Morning, even afternoon, Timthetatman 2. We got a banger for you today, baby. We got a big one here for you. This is a big hot topic. I'm sure a lot of you have heard. Microsoft purchased Activision, and on top of that, meaning Blizzard as well. This is my thoughts about Microsoft buying out Activision and my kind of take on it. This is one of the larger things that we've seen happen when it comes to a corporation in the gaming space buying and acquiring another corporation. I'm curious what you all think about this as well. If you enjoy this, drop a like, comment down below. Like I said, let me know what you think about this, whether you think it's a great thing or is this something you're kind of worried about. If you're not subscribed over here as well, hit the sub button, ring the bell, most importantly. Be sure to tell somebody you love them. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Y'all heard the news this morning, I'm assuming. If you didn't hear, you hear it here, I guess. Xbox, so I don't want to get this wrong, but basically Microsoft bought Activision for, what was the money in it? Let me see. I'm looking for the, anyone got the actual money on that? They bought for about $70 billion. Microsoft has bought Activision. This is a huge deal, I think. And I don't fully know. Obviously, I don't fully know what's going to come of this. But basically, like what this means is, and simple as I could put this, Xbox, anything Activision has, right? Xbox now owns, right? So Xbox owns, I mean, just to give you an example, they got Diablo, I mean, Call of Duty, right? So this is a big thing for a lot of us Warzone players, right? A lot of us Call of Duty content creators or people that just enjoy the Call of Duty franchise. Like Xbox owns it now. World of Warcraft, obviously I love WoW. You know, I didn't actually know this, but Candy Crush, I didn't actually know that. StarCraft, which some of you might know. And then Overwatch, bro. I gotta be honest, when I saw that Microsoft bought it, I actually thought about Overwatch for a second, and I actually kind of got excited because if some of you don't know, Overwatch was a huge part of my career. I love Overwatch. I played so much Overwatch for about 2, almost maybe even 3 years now. I went hard with Overwatch, and to think that Microsoft has that kind of in their court now kind of gets me excited a little bit. I mean, who knows what they could do? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Overwatch Tim returns because they make dope changes. But now it's like Microsoft's got Halo, they got Call of Duty. It's kind of crazy if you think about it because Microsoft is really kind of, there's a word I want to use, monopoly. They're like monopolizing. That a word? It's a big deal. Like, this isn't, obviously, you know, you're like, oh, I'm going to boot up Warzone. It's not going to change stuff right now, but like in the next couple of years, and the thing is too, I don't know how many changes are going to come out here pretty soon. I mean, as far as timeline goes, here's what I will say. And I don't know if all of you agree with me on this. I'm hopeful for this. I am. I don't exactly know what this means, but this is a really big deal for anyone that plays any Activision games, like the ones that I was naming. This is an exciting thing because, you know, you think about what they can do now technically, right? It's like, oh, and Crash Bandicoot. Someone said that. Yep, someone said and Crash Bandicoot. I'm really interested to see how this whole purchase of Activision turns out for Microsoft. And to be honest, I have a lot of hope. I mean, if Xbox owns Call of Duty, the console community's got to get an FOV slider now, right? Got to, right? Right? I mean, they've got to, man. You know what I mean? It's like, if Xbox owns Call of Duty, like, you guys have got to get an FOV slider. I hope so. But I'm one thing that I actually did think about too, and I was kind of curious about, was I want to know how this is going to affect Sony, like PlayStation. Because in theory, total hypothetical here, but in theory, couldn't Microsoft say that Call of Duty is an Xbox exclusive now? In theory. I don't think they're going to, just to be clear. And that'd be kind of crazy. That'd be really crazy for them to actually do. But in theory, they technically could. They could say Call of Duty is an Xbox and PC exclusive. I doubt, just to be clear. If they did that, the amount of flack they would get for that is crazy. So I highly doubt that would actually happen. But they could. And I'm wondering, it's just, I was kind of thinking about the potential. You know, you guys know the Xbox, what is it called? The Game Pass, right? And how now I wonder if they're going to include Call of Duty in the Xbox Game Pass, like, and in another word as well. Does this mean like World of Warcraft could come to Xbox? Because I'm a huge WoW guy and I love playing WoW growing up. You know what I mean? So I always said that. I was like, dude, I almost wish that like WoW was on console. Obviously, I don't play console right now. Currently, I'm on my PCs, but like I was kind of thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if Xbox is going to be compatible with World of Warcraft. It's kind of an interesting thought. And honestly, this gives me a lot of hope for Diablo. I was really nervous about Diablo 4. And I don't know if any of you are Diablo fans out there. Growing up, I didn't play a ton of Diablo 2. I played a ton of Diablo 3 though. And I really did enjoy Diablo 3 a lot. And it kind of gets me excited for Diablo 4 because it's like, okay, they can kind of develop it and put, because ultimately, man, this is just me being honest. Activision right now, everything that was going on, obviously, I'm sure a million of you have heard everything. The stuff going on in the company. And on top of that, just the direction the games were going in general. Diablo 4, you had an announcement, 2 years ago, and there's like no real update. Overwatch 2, you got Jeff Kaplan, the head of Overwatch, leaving. It was not looking good. Warzone and Call of Duty, we got Caldera, and I still do enjoy Warzone, just to be clear, but there's definitely stuff that I think could be done better, right? And now that Microsoft is going to be kind of at the helm of that boat, I'm kind of excited. And World of Warcraft, for that matter, right? WoW as well is just not, it's not in the best spot that it's been. And it kind of makes me hopeful that Microsoft now has control of all of this. As someone that I love Blizzard games. Growing up, I played so much World of Warcraft. Overwatch was a huge part of my career, right? And Diablo and even Hearthstone. I love like Blizzard games, man, and it makes me really hopeful because they got Activision and Blizzard, correct? Right? They got Activision and they acquired Blizzard, I'm assuming, in the same breath. So it's like they got the whole package here. And I love the games that Blizzard made, man. I do. And they really gave, like, they're some of my favorite games I've ever played. So it really gets me excited to think that Microsoft could kind of it makes me hopeful. That's what I'll say. Because before, with Overwatch 2, Diablo 4, the direction WoW was going, all that was kind of, it didn't look that good. And now hopefully, Candy Crush. And now hopefully with Microsoft in control of that, and I hope this isn't just like, I don't know if hopium is an emote or like, copium, but like with hope. I am hopeful. I really am. And one thing in particular as well that I'm very excited for is y'all saw how Halo came out with their entire competitive bracket and everything. You know what I mean? You know how it's like gosh dang it, sorry guys. When Halo came out, they had a good framework. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when Halo came out, they launched it. They launched the Halo, professional league and everything like that. And everything is going really smooth about it. And it's their whole open bracket system, everything about it. I love HCS. And the direction CDL was going, I'm sure a lot of you can agree. CDL, I personally, I'm not a professional, right? I'm not a professional Call of Duty player by any means. I love CDL, and growing up in competitive Call of Duty and watching it a lot, old MLG tournaments. I'm sure a lot of you remember that. Maybe you don't because you're younger. But competitive Call of Duty used to be so good. And I'm also hopeful in this breath that if Microsoft is in control, that they can make changes to the CDL that will kind of have it similar, not exactly like HCS, obviously, but bring competitive Call of Duty back to what it was. You know, I was never a professional player. My first stream, my first game I ever streamed was Black Ops 2. I love Call of Duty just in general. And when you watch competitive Call of Duty back in the day, those MLG tournaments, stuff like that, they were so fun to watch, man. When you had like Optic against Complexity, stuff like that, years and years ago now, I'm talking like 2015, 16. And to see the direction CDL was kind of headed was sad. It was, because competitive Call of Duty, for one, in my opinion, is an incredible esport to watch. And for two, it was kind of one of the forefronts of competitive gaming in general. You know, years ago, you had StarCraft tournaments. You had, what else did you have? You had StarCraft, Counter-Strike, obviously, is kind of an OG there. You had Halo, but then you also had Call of Duty, man. That was one of the first forefront competitive, really well-polished competitive esports out there. And, like, you guys remember League play? Like, we haven't had, wow, when was the last League play in Call of Duty? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to continue to rant here. All I'm really going to say about this whole thing is it really makes me excited that Microsoft has Activision and Blizzard now. So, I'm sorry. I should have said, when was the last really good League play? That's what I should have said. Sorry. I don't know about y'all, but it's really exciting news to hear that Microsoft has Activision now. And in more ways than one, it makes me really excited for the future of Warzone, right? It makes me excited. I love World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, even Overwatch 2, man. Overwatch was one of my favorite games ever, bro. And I obviously don't play it at all anymore, but I mean, if they can make some changes and they can kind of start pushing Overwatch in the right direction, maybe Overwatch Timthetatman makes a comeback. I don't know. But I am very excited and a huge W spam, in my opinion, that Microsoft now owns Activision. I think it's a really, really good thing in a lot of different ways, like I was just kind of saying. And I don't want to just kind of ramble about everything, but if you guys didn't see about it, I'm sure you can go read about it on Twitter and stuff like that. But that literally happened this morning. So cool stuff. Excited for the future, man. I really am, and I'm very hopeful.